Hello and welcome to DNA Editor's Table. I'm Chitresh, with me is Tanveer, and today we're discussing Bangladesh. Massive news coming in from the country. Bangladesh has been on knife's edge, and now Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister, has fled the country. Sheikh Hasina has landed in India. Protests have taken over. The army chief has announced that they'll be forming an interim government. Today we discuss what is next for Bangladesh. Tanveer, where is the government going and where is the country going?
See, since Hasina has already left country and she has arrived in India, and the Home Minister has confirmed that she has resigned, even the army chief in his address to the nation said that Sheikh Hasina has resigned, and he has asked all the political parties to come and sit together and form an interim government. I think Bangladesh is going on the lines of Egypt. What we have seen in Egypt during that Arab Spring. Yeah, when people came on the streets and they forced Muslim Mubarak to step down and do the whole protest which claimed a lot of lives. So same thing was happening in Bangladesh. The unrest was on for the last around 1 month or so. It started with that reservation thing which the government has announced, and then it has subsided for a few days. Then again it got erupted because the government banned Jamaat-e-Islami. Jamaat-e-Islami is a very powerful party, very powerful organization in Bangladesh, and they have always been at the forefront. They have been in the powerful also within the Bangladesh Nationalist Party of Khalida Zia. Jamaat-e-Islami has a very good relation with Pakistan also, and when the government banned recently, the Hasina government banned Jamaat-e-Islami, they also banned their student wing which is called Islamic Chhatra Shibir. And so the clashes again erupted, and the clashes spilled on the streets, and with people coming in support of the protesters who were there, because most of the people who have lost their life in this protest, around 300 people have lost their lives, and most of them are students. Most of them are young people. Any country I have seen from history, and we all have observed that any country where students are killed or where youngsters are killed on the streets, that government normally don't survive for
government
long.
Collapses.
Government collapses. We have seen that, except in China, where the whole Tiananmen Square happened, but Bangladesh is no China. See, the next step will be that the interim government, which will, I believe, this will be a puppet government of the Bangladesh army, and the Bangladesh army chief Waker-uz-Zaman, he came on television and he looked very calm and composed. He's a very well educated man. He has got his education from London or somewhere, which initial informations are coming from there. So I think that this country is now in a turmoil, and this will last for a few months. This is not a good sign for India, because we share our boundaries with Bangladesh. A lot of states in our country are very connected to Bangladesh, including West Bengal and Assam. So I can see a lot of crisis happening there. The country may plunge into a kind of civil war, because the supporter of Awami League, Sheikh Hasina was the president of Awami League, and their opposition parties, Jamaat-e-Islami and Bangladesh, BNP, Bangladesh Nationalist Party, they all will definitely clash with each other. And since Hasina was ruling there for more than a decade, and she has ruled the country with an iron grip, I think I am of the view that the opposition will see this as an opportunity to seize power. The kind of mayhem which we can see that people have already entered the official residence of Hasina. They have ransacked the residence. They have in fact broken the statue of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founder of the country. So these are not good signs. These are not good signs at all. And India should step up, and it is time for us to take some major steps and to ensure that peace remains in Bangladesh, because China has also a lot of interest in Bangladesh. We should not forget that.
So I want to take this forward to basically what is happening inside the country and what would be next for the government. So the army chief has said that the interim government would be formed, but the Students Against Discrimination group, basically the group that is spearheading the protest, is at the forefront of the protest, that has rejected the army's statements in its own statement. It has said that it will not let a military rule come in, and it has brought the revolution to decide democratically who rules the country. So what do you think? Will the army military rule come into power, or will this group, the Student Against Discrimination group, again reject this and the turmoil will continue?
See, leading a protest is one thing, and running a country is a definitely different ball game altogether. Let's quote the example of Egypt. That whole protest, they were started by students, and then Muslim Brotherhood came into and joined the protest, and they uprooted the government. But what happened? What is there? The army, ultimately they came in and they they again recaptured the whole power. The same happened in Sri Lanka also. See, these students, they can't rule the country. They need to find someone who can rule the country. A government should be there. But by that time, a government will be established, someone will take care of everything. That's where the role of the army is very important in Bangladesh. And in a country like Bangladesh, these things are going to happen. These things were born to happen because they are very hugely divided country, and a lot of people in Bangladesh are still very soft corner for Pakistan, and with Pakistan and China fueling this protest, I don't see students against discrimination.
So in fact, I think we will also discuss this in another angle. So currently, I'll take your last word moving forward. So military rule or an interim government, that will be decided by the people. What do you think will be the next step?
I think the interim government will be the next step. They will have ministers from different parties, and I think that's a better option than military rule in any given day, because I am like a diehard supporter of democracy. Even army should not rule any country, and then the interim government should give a time frame that they will hold election within 3 months or 6 months, because Bangladesh, the election which took place in January, a lot of complaints were made that the election was rigged, the opposition were not allowed to contest, and some of them were facts also. A lot of opposition leaders were jailed, put behind bars, and also the interim government, the biggest task before the interim government and even the army is to hold a free and fair election, and then the people of the country will decide that who will rule the country.
So this was our basic initial analysis of what is next for Bangladesh. The next few hours and days will be crucial and critical and interesting to watch how the country is run and what direction it takes. So military rule is not a solution, clearly. The protesting groups have said, and the interim government will be formed. It will be interesting to see who will be next leading Bangladesh. This was DNA's analysis. We'll come back with more. This is Chitresh with Tanveer signing out. Stay tuned.